Winters in England can be truly beautiful. Very often a calm, frosted world, clear skies and the most enchanting light. But snow, that's become quite a rarity. This elusive event that comes but once or twice a year, briefly bringing magic to landscapes before the warmth chases it all off. It was the middle of January in the Lake District, up in the north of England, and it had snowed. Now, I know you folk from North America will look at this and chuckle, but for us, this was something special. We spent our days watching from the windows, tentatively checking the forecasts, hoping it would last until our day off, so we could spend a snowy day in the hills. In preparation, we went off to pick up a sled before work, very kindly given to us by a lovely lady in a nearby village. All the while, temperatures warming, snow melting and a storm on the way. This would be a week with heavy snow and ice, record rainfall and then storm Isha with the strongest winds in 20 years, followed by storm Jocelyn with power cuts and blackouts.
Power cut round 2.
And us two on our bikes, just hoping to finish work in time to have some fun in the hills.
Message up in the local group about sleds. This lovely lady's given us 2 sleds, but it's very, very icy and we've got to get them home.
Do you want a hand?
Really, yeah. I'm like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's quite stable though, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's no heavy wind. Ready to sled?
Ready.
So, this is Shabba and Natty, our 2 semi-feral cats. By semi-feral, I mean we found them as tiny kittens in a shed. We feed them, and they now live in the house with us most of the time, but this is about as close to stroking them as we've got. It is slow, but very rewarding process. And it was just one more sleep till our big day off in the hills. As much as we tried to convince ourselves otherwise, these remnants of snow didn't seem very sledgeable. It seemed the elusive snow day had slipped through our fingers. At the same time, everything was so iced over, it made a longer cycle pretty difficult too. So we had to come up with a third option.
So you sad to have left the sleds at home?
I am sad because I was team sledge. Yes.
You're a sledge sister?
Yes.
It was hovering around freezing, the roads were horribly iced over and the winds were really picking up. But we could now see the snow on the peaks ahead. The landscape around was beautiful, and the sun was trying its best to say hello, so we were feeling very optimistic. Our route was taking us straight up, towards Peaks and Wainwrights, leaving the grass behind to gradually find this frozen world. We pushed further up to inspiring sights ahead. Perhaps we would get a snow day after all. It's a real shame snow in England has become such a rarity, but it does make you treasure experiences like this all the more. Sure, it's not as thick as the Alps, but there's something special to an English snow day, crunching through landscapes that will soon disappear. It felt like pure magic. And then lies ahead a mountain refuge, an unlocked hut to shelter you from the elements. And this bothy was particularly special to us.
Whoa. Okay. Well done.
So this was actually, can you remember, this is the first bothy we've ever stayed in.
Yeah.
Which was, we first came here when we did the Cumbria Way, and that's before we actually moved to the Lake District. But as soon as we came and did the Cumbria Way, we were like, it just seemed like this pipe dream that we'd be like, oh, maybe one day we'll live in the Lake District. We walked just literally a few miles past where we're living now. But then when we came up here, we're like, oh, we've got to stay at Lingy Hut, because when we walked past it, we were the daytime, so we couldn't stay in it. So this is the first bothy we stayed in, and since then we've gone to so many and they just blow us away. I absolutely love how all of them are so unique, all in these kind of precarious locations, but all of them have got their own individual character, and they're just, loads of them have history in their old use that they used to have before they've been opened up by the Mountain Bothy Association. And I think we're so grateful to have them, because some of our most incredible experiences were all in bothies. And so this is a Lingy hut, and I'm like, it's been vandalised quite badly on multiple occasions, and recently it had the door ripped off and a bunch of other damage to it, which is just, it's such like mindless waste of something which is so important and valuable to
A place of real sanctuary as well for sort of weary travellers and these hills. 'Cause it's quite remote here, and
so
it gets quite windy. So
I think if you're looking for a good cause to donate to, the Mountain Bothies Association are very, very worthwhile cause. And
if you've not stayed in a bothy yet, find one near you.
find a bothy, be a respectful guest, take your litter with you.
They're amazing, and you get to meet some incredible people, and it's just so fun.
You do. Weary cyclists like us. Time's getting on a bit, so I think we're going to have a cup of tea and then get down
Yeah, it's
before
taken
the
us
sun
a
starts.
lot longer than I think we planned to walk up because it's so icy and so snowy. I keep it kind of disappearing. Warm up.
On a cold day, I think warm tea is just such a saver. Oh. How good does that feel?
Really, really good. I wish we had a lot more now. And I was considering not bringing it. We attach my new code. See if it can fit over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers.
I think it'll go on. I just don't know if you'll be able to get your arms by your sides. You're going to be walking like a teddy bear.
Oh, do you know what? Not so bad.
Yeah, you look very snuggly. Okay, ready?
Ready.
It's a very brief trip. We've got all of our layers on. We're ready to embrace the wind and the cold. Ready?
Ready.
Bye.
With the winter sun slowly starting to drop, we wanted to avoid the icy cycle back in darkness, but still have enough time to take in the descent. And so it was an inspiring drop down, done with enough time to have some fun in the wind. We walked past a few other hikers, all the while beaming grins on their faces. I just don't think you can beat the elated happiness from a snowy day in the English hills. Coming just a few times a year, but bringing so much joy. We skipped down the hill, with winds constantly picking up and a storm on the horizon.
You ready?
Ready?
We gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Hey, little cat.
We were both very happy we came off the hills when we did, because as soon as the sun dropped, the winds really picked up. Storm Isha came in hard and fast, with wind speeds over 100 miles per hour.
We're gonna run away! Oh my word!
It's unbelievable. This is the end of January, but it's cold. There's no rain and just this really fast pace. Like 80 mile an hour gust. It's just incredible. You can really feel the force of nature, and every now and again the clouds will come and just move like really impressive.
I'll be honest, it was very exciting being able to safely experience winds like this. But we didn't realise we'd be in for 4 solid days of wild weather and power cuts.
So Storm Isha,
Isha!
Storm Isha. Our internet and our phones are both with EE, and the EE mast I think has gone down. So we've got no signal, but the lights have come back on. We're setting some candles. There we go. Again, setting candles. Have the head torches ready. Ready for a cosy night in on a blustery. What's the day?
What is the
Monday.
day? It is a Monday, the 22nd of January.
Monday, 22nd of January. Oh, there we go. Another one.
At first the power was flickering on and off, and then it just gave up for the night.
Wowza.
That type of filming.
Sometimes it takes something forced, like a power cut, to slow down a bit. Camp stove dinners and candlelit showers. No reception, no internet, just candles, a guitar, and 2 playful kittens. We woke the next morning to see all of the snow was gone. We'd got a snowy day in the hills just in the nick of time, but the winds were still very high and the power was still out.
Yeah, I kind of like it in like a novelty sort of way. I think because we've had a power cut before, but it was kind of late in the evening when we woke up and the power was back on. This is the first sort of day we've had without power, and it's really stormy outside, so it feels like we're sort of sheltered in.
So Storm Isha apparently finished yesterday. It was the heaviest winds that we've had since we've been here. I think there was gusts of over 100 miles an hour on High Pike, and that finished yesterday, and now it's Storm Jocelyn, which doesn't seem to be quite as windy. I think there's gusts up there of about 80 miles an hour, but we've had now the longest power cuts we've ever had. Cooking breakfast on the stove, cooking coffee up on the stove. It's quite a nice excuse to slow down a little bit. It's like another home bothy round 2. I have some coffee for you.
Oh yeah, amazing. Thank you.
So we're sat outside semi-comfortably
Yeah.
for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
It ended up being about 5 days of
It's been very wild weather.
constant heavy winds and intermittent power cuts. Even last night the power was flickering, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yes, we thought we might be in for another power cut.
And then before that we had the snow, and we managed to get that snow day timed just within the nick of
I'm really
time.
happy about that.
Yeah. But I think the being kind of sheltered inside really was quite good in a way, because it forced us to sit down and talk through some really big adventure plans which we have needed to talk about, but it's been put off for quite a long time.
Yeah, hopefully something we'll be able to share really, really soon. And also it gave us a chance to plan a trip to Scotland in less than a week away for Jay's birthday, which was very, very exciting.
Yeah, so we will catch you in the next video
In Scotland.
in Scotland. And yeah, we're seeing the snowdrops come through, we're seeing the,
which is
what are they?
crazy. Daffodils.
The daffodils come
Which
through.
is really early for daffodils.
Yeah, so maybe they needed a bit of a blast of snow and then wind as well to kind of like rattle them out of their winteriness. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. We will catch you in Scotland next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.